Daryl, you all right?
How are you, mate? You all right?
I'm very well, very well. First of all, congratulations on last week. There's been a lot of talk over Wigan, and I think that's been quite disappointing. It was a high quality game. I thought Wigan played well. You were better. Um, how pleased were you with your middle unit? Because of course Luke Thompson was back, and I thought your middle unit really stood up well to a very powerful Wigan pack.
Oh yeah, when I looked at the teams before the game, I was they're stacked, really starting pack and the bench as well with big physical players. So I thought we were exceptional. Yeah, really good. Obviously, a few players playing out of position, but you got 13 players on the field, same as they have. It's all about your attitude and commitment to what you're doing. And yeah, I thought we controlled the game really, really well. We were really good on their outstanding players. Uh, and yeah, I thought we were good. That was a really, really good performance from us. And obviously, the middle unit always leads it. Every team will say that.
Thought you were exceptional. I think Good's a little bit weak there. I thought you were exceptional, mate. To be fair, in terms of a lot of time we listen to coaches going into games like that, and the cliches come out. We're going to give it a good go, and all the rest of it. But your team from minute one absolutely went for that game. They showed. I won't say. I mean, obviously they respect Wigan, but they went for Wigan, and as a consequence of that, they put Wigan in some really difficult places. They got on top. And I think, is that the benchmark for this week? Because again, you're going up against a very similar team, good pack, the rest of it. Is it no fear? We'll go and play our game, and we'll see if we can come out on top again.
Yeah, think we've been like that all year, really. There's a couple of bits that you use motivationally right at the start, and yeah, I don't think we were really given much of a chance, to be honest. So we always use that. That's that was a starting point for us. But I think we've shown we can compete, and I think the depth we've got greater depth to our squad than we perhaps thought we had. The boys stepping in and doing a class job. I said to the players last week after the game, look, the bar's pretty high here for anybody coming back into the team because the guys that are holding the positions at the moment are doing a pretty special job. And even, I say that even when we've lost a couple of games, we've lost a couple of tight games recently to teams in the top six, and we've just been so tough and aggressive and show respect, but no respect almost. I think that's important. We respect everybody, but then we have to go and play our way in a style that we think suits us, and then defend as well as we can. And yeah, I think we're in a good place mentally. I think coaching staff have done a great job, and the players are doing a great job. So we know there's always another challenge around the corner, and the one we've got now is the stiffest in the comp at the moment. So. We know how good we need to be. Well, we're not hiding away from that. You can't go in and be at 50, 60% and win this game. You just can't. Everybody's got to be, I said to the boys last week, you got to complete 90% around about to win this game. We were at 88. So I just think you are against the better teams, everything, all your stats stuff that you build your game on has to be outstanding. And we won territory, possession, and completions last week, and that gives you a chance. Not saying that's always going to win you the game, but against these boys, that gives you a chance.
Yeah, exactly. And like I say, post contact meetings as well. You bullied them, and I just think you deserve so much credit as a team for what you did there. It's not about Wigan, it's about Wakefield, and I thought you were absolutely exceptional. Your big, your big game players, your experienced players stood up well, Griffin, etc. I want to just talk. I always like to pick out a player when I talk to you. Corey Hall, he's somebody I've tracked since the start of his career. Obviously, you gave him the full shirt this year going into the season. I thought he played really well as well against Wigan. When you consider who he's coming up against, I thought he showed a maturity to his game that you'll be hoping that he can continue to play at that level.
Yeah, I thought both centres were outstanding against two of the best in the comp. Yeah, Corey's because he's sort of bounced around a little bit and been, he's really good last time he was here, and then he's sort of had a bit of a journey. And I think he's working quite a bit with one of the potentially one of the best coaches that Super League's seen. You know, particularly from a skill and intelligence perspective in Michael Shenton, and you know, doing a great job, doing a great and Corey himself. You know, he's done some things mentally, I think, that have really stiffened him up. And then his game's growing. I just think his confidence is growing. We believe him. I think he really needs that as a player. And he's been outstanding and really grown over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah, he's been absolutely incredible. As a neutral, where Wakefield's concerned, now you know where my allegiances are. You've been an absolute breath of fresh air for the comp. I love the fact, you know, we love a competition with jeopardy, and I think every time Wakefield take the field, there's jeopardy this year, which is what we want. The last question for me though, off the field, Derek Beaumont has come in for some very easy criticism over the last 24, 48 hours. Love him or hate him. But there is another side to Derek, and you know that all too well. He's doing a bike ride currently in honour of you, your family, and your grandson. So let's balance this up a little bit. It must mean the world to you and your family what Derek's done here.
Yeah, I spoke to him after we played them a couple of weeks back, and you know, he's got a lot of class about him, Derek. And you know, I know he does some things that are a bit out there. Well, that's his personality, isn't it? But for me, you know, I spoke to him after that game, and he was, you know, he was talking about us and how we were going about things, and then he does something like that, you know. And look, nobody's perfect, hey. Everybody gets things wrong here or there. Yeah, it's phenomenal that what he's doing, and you know, I know the charity will really appreciate it. You know, my Clark is doing well at the moment. He's got his end of treatment bone marrow biopsy today, which hopefully comes back clear, and then he's on his journey, you know, being cancer free. So I just think it's phenomenal. I got a £40 check today from a guy in Galloway in Scotland. So, well, it's just how far this has gone has been outstanding. So I just like to thank everybody in Rugby League really for what they've contributed, and for them for thinking about us, Clarkey, the charity itself. I just think it's been outstanding. It shows what Rugby League's all about.
We're a family, Daryl. That's what we are. We're a rugby league family. And on behalf of me and my community, our love and best wishes to you and your family. Let's hope everything goes well today. Keep doing what you're doing on the field, mate. You're a breath of fresh air. We're all over the moon for you. And go and give them a good game.
Cheers, mate.
You take care.
Thank you.
All the best. Bye now.
See you later.